I think when people can control your mood, it's more so about you, which, because of like your nervous system or your regulation of how you can regulate your own emotions. It's like you're kind of allowing them to regulate it for you. Oh, well, I'm supposed to be mad. No. No, if you don't feel like you're angry, you're not. And you don't have to be. You can still be happy just because someone may have cursed at you or something and you feel, a little weird afterwards. You don't have to take on their emotion just because they, gave it to you and things of that nature. And that's something that I'm working on as well. More so just regulating my own emotions. Like if someone's angry around me, or if someone's sad around me, or if someone is feeling disappointed around me, I don't have to feel those emotions with them. I can sympathize with them, I can give them compassion, but I do not have to feel those emotions with that person. And that's a huge thing that I want people to understand, because when people can control your emotions, they really can control your life, they can control your success. And we don't want that. I don't want anyone controlling my success. I don't want anyone controlling my life, just because they can regulate my nervous system. They can, make me upset, and then I'm upset for the whole day, and then more things amplifies that. Like, no. And that's what I feel like when you let's say you're having a really really good day, everything great is happening to you, and then that one little thing happens to you, and then all other things start to, oh, this has made me mad, this made me mad, this made me mad. I feel like if you don't catch on to that and like re-regulate your emotions, they control your tone of the day. They can control how you move throughout the day. They can control how you speak to people throughout the day. They can control, the opportunities that you receive throughout the day. Unfortunately. And I feel like it's really big to be able to control your own emotions when you are, you can even be living with someone or be around someone every day at work that can not always be in the best mood. But are you going to allow that person to make you not in the best mood all the time? No. No, because that messes up your rhythm, that messes up your flow in life, that messes up your, the opportunities that you are able to receive within your life, because you're taking on other people's emotions. Let them live their life in those emotions. You live your life in the emotions that you want to be in. Okay. And I feel like that's a huge topic that we really really need to understand. Not allowing people to F with your emotions. Like, that's all I could say. Not allowing people to really control your emotions, because it could be the littlest thing that can just ruin a whole day. And really, if you want to be, let's say, a millionaire, if you want to be a 100,000aire or a billionaire or whatever you want to be, if you can allow people to control your emotions that day. Let's say you have a deal that day, that can disrupt that whole deal for you just because you were angry from someone flicking you off in traffic. And people don't understand how much that can control your life. How much you not being able to regulate your own emotions just because someone else is giving you an emotion, and now you're jumping on the bandwagon of that emotion. And it's unfortunate, but I know a lot of people that don't take on others' emotions, and they're very successful because they don't allow others to basically control their, outlook on how they feel, you know. So I think that's a really really big thing to understand within this society, especially with social media. You can look on social media and your mouth starts to water when you see food, and you get sad when you see something on social media. Like those little things can control your emotion. And we don't want social media being able to control how we feel that day, do we? If social media is controlling how I feel, I would delete every single app with social media. I would delete every single app, because you're not about to control my life. If you can control how I feel, you can control my life. You can control the decisions I make. You can control the opportunities that come to me. You can control the people I interact with. and it's a huge thing. So being able to regulate your own emotions is really, really big. I know a lot of people meditate, they do breathing, they write in their journal. Those little, not even little, they're really huge, but those things that people do to regulate their own emotion is very beneficial, because you're allowing yourself to get it out in a different way, and then you're allowing yourself to get back centered within your true self, how you truly feel, how you truly want to go throughout the day, how you truly want to just be, you know. I had a situation like that. I kind of allow people to, like, if I'm mad for the whole day. And anger is actually one of the hardest emotions to control. Um, they say it's a secondary emotion. It's used to cover up vulnerability, fear, sadness, or guilt. Okay, so anger being the hardest emotion to control. If you can control your anger, the emotional intelligence, the emotional maturity that you have is beyond a lot of people in the world. Because a lot of people in the world like being angry, and it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to me. I see more people being okay with being angry and causing anger, and it's so weird. Why not be happier with being happy and causing happiness? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is happiness a crime? But yeah, you guys, just emotional intelligence. I'm gonna read the definition for you. Emotional intelligence. This is the ability to perceive, understand, manage your own emotions, as well as recognize and influence the emotions of others. So if you have like really, really good emotional intelligence, you're able to, from someone being so upset, you can get them happy. I used to be that. Well, I am still that type of person. I can get someone to be super, super happy around me, because one thing I know for certain, when people are around me and they're angry and they're this and they're that, it kind of messes with me, and then I start to feel those emotions, and I don't want to feel those emotions. I rather feel happiness. So I'm going to try my hardest to make you happy. What do you need? Do you need some coffee? Do you need some food? Do you want to watch some TV? Do you need to take a break? That's me all day. Okay. And I try to help people regulate their emotions and understand, like, hey, you don't always have to attach to those feelings wholeheartedly and make those feelings just who you are. Like, you don't have to. Yes, you can be mad about a situation, but you don't have to drag it. You can write it out. You can feel those emotions within a different way. Okay. Or you can notice your emotions, name your feelings, identify your triggers, give yourself compassion, write down your feelings, accept your emotions, make positive affirmations, and give a mindfulness to try. So, yeah, with mood, I feel like it's really, really a huge thing, because if you can control your mood, and your mood is happy and successful, I'm telling you, your life is going to be happy and successful. It literally comes from like your emotions, honestly, and your hard work. But yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about. Just don't allow people to control your mood. Don't allow people to control your emotions. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth your life, and it's not worth your success. So, I love you so much, and I'll see you guys later.